So in those two versions that you just heard, the first version is fully produced and generated by Suno AI, and the second version is reproduced by me from scratch, but still using an AI vocal from Audimee. Now, a great help when I started reproducing this song is the fact that Audimee has a great many vocals to choose from many different styles of music, including, of course, the pop music that this song belongs to. So let's dive a little bit deeper into that, and let's go! Now granted, for those two versions of the song that you heard in the intro, much more was different than just the vocals, of course. But still, whether you are reproducing AI-generated songs or creating original songs in your home studio, it's a great advantage to have a lot of different vocals available to find exactly the right vocal that fits your song. Now this video is about how to get those vocals for a lot of different music styles or genres from an AI platform called Audimee. And if you haven't heard about Audimee before, I've done several other videos about this AI vocal platform, which I will link in the description so you can check it out. But for this video, I want to dive into the large diversity of vocals that they have available on their platform and that you can use to enhance your productions. Maybe improve a demo where you're singing yourself and replace your own vocal by an AI vocal, for example, or use their AI vocals to get some alternate background vocals, for example. Now this video is sponsored by Audimee, so thanks for Audimee for supporting the channel. And if you want to check out their vocal platform, you can do so via the affiliate link that I included in the description of this video. But let's dive in with another example that was initially generated by Suno AI. Now the first example is a metal track. I typically do not really produce music in this genre, but I just wanted to show the great diversity of vocals that are available on the platform. So let's have a listen.
Staring through the uncertain sky, reimagining what's faded with night. When sorrow shadows the light, and all pure intentions collide. Savage power.
Now the vocals on this sound very produced to me, so I wanted to make them a bit more rough. So I first wanted to separate the vocals from the instrumental, which you can do in Suno. And then you get these two tracks, which sound, well, similar of course.
Staring through the uncertain sky, faded with night. When sorrow shadows the light.
Now you do hear a lot of stem separation artifacts, of course, which just comes from separating music from the vocal. But those artifacts are actually really reduced a lot when you convert this vocal to an AI vocal on the Audimee platform. So let's have a look at that. Because this is the Audimee website, and over here you can see that you can drop an audio file in there. So let's drop the vocal stem of this song in there, which is this file. And actually I did convert it to mono because the stem from Suno was a stereo file. But Audimee advises to use mono files. So I just made a mono export of the vocal stem in Cubase, which is this file. Let's import it into Audimee. And if you now listen to this, you can hear that it's the same vocal.
Staring through the uncertain sky, reimagining what's faded with night.
So same vocal, same artifacts. So let's select an AI vocal that we want to replace this vocal with. And you can do that by clicking on this selection over here, which brings up all the AI vocals that Audimee has on offer at the moment. And they keep extending this list, by the way. I get almost weekly emails that they added other voices. And every time I look at this list, it gets longer. So due to the fact that it gets longer and longer, it's nice that you're able to search on a certain genre. You can of course search on male, female, on a certain pitch range. But let's now select on the fact that we have a metal song over here. And you can see that there's now a couple of singers that they suggest for a metal song. So let's have a listen to some of these. Maybe Ragnar. Well, definitely a screaming vocal. What does Ahan sound like?
I got a woman way over time.
Not immediately a metal example, but I can sort of see how his voice would fit. Let's see what Tora sounds like.
So far, destination peaceful.
Well, that sounds quite style appropriate actually. And the sound of her vocal is also more rough and raw, like I was looking for. So let's select her vocal in this case, even though we're replacing a male vocal. Now you get a bit of a description here of her vocal. I'm seeing alternative metal, a controlled rasp, and when the intensity rises, she can shift into a fierce, precise growl or scream, adding a visceral layer to her sounds. You also get a pitch range over here that she's best at. So let's use this vocal for conversion. Now you can do some pitch editing if necessary. You can also do some settings over here related to whether you want the vocal to be pitched up and how much of the characteristics of the original vocal you want to retain. But let's leave that at the default. What I do want to enable over here is to remove the background vocals, because I noticed that my vocal stem also contains some background vocals. So let's remove those. And I also noticed that my vocal stem contains some reverb and echo, so let's remove that as well. And push convert. Now on top here, you can basically follow the conversion progress. And as you can see, it's done now. And Audimee then gives you the ability to download the AI vocal in WAV format, which I imported into Cubase. So let's have a listen to that. So as you can see, I already put some processing on there. But let's disable that for now, both the inserts as well as the send effects. And listen to generated AI vocal, which sounds like this.
Staring through the uncertain sky, reimagining what's faded with night.
Now again, if you compare that to the original vocal, you can hear that the artifacts on there are far less.
Staring through the uncertain sky, reimagining what's faded with night.
So let's now listen to the Audimee vocal together with the instrumental and the effects that I added.
Staring through the uncertain sky, reimagining what's faded with night. When sorrow shadows the light, and all pure intentions collide. Savage power, ripped and torn to the gate. Blood turns black in its wake, as it hardens with hate. You're a god in prison and tyrant with wings. Rock my world till it sees, swallowed up purity.
Yeah, so again, I'm definitely not a specialist in this style, but to me it sounds very style appropriate. Let's move to something completely different and check out this country song. And the full country track sounds like this.
We ain't got a lot of money, we ain't got a lot to say. There's a lot of things we're not, but there's one thing that we are. We can pay the rent the first of every month. We can pay attention when the music's catching us. Here's to simple living, even when times are hard. Lord, here's to giving every song to another heart. Here's to simple living.
So the process is the same. I separated the vocal and the instrumental, exported the vocal as a mono file in Cubase, and then imported it into Audimee. And since I'm now searching for a country voice, let's just type in country over here. And there's quite a few voices for country. Let's check some of those.
Said you couldn't give a reason. For that I have to.
Yeah, that's actually a very nice country voice. Jasper.
Last night we let the liquor talk. I can't remember everything we said, but we said.
Nora, maybe a female voice.
Till this dream is gone, I've been sleepwalking, been wandering all night.
Definitely country. Raphael, maybe.
Monday left me broken. Tuesday I was through with hope.
Okay, that's a cover, but actually his vocal, although not as typically country as the original vocal on my song. But let's check out what it sounds like if we replace this vocal by Raphael. And I again selected to remove the background vocals and any reverb and echo from the original stem. And after this is done, you can of course also first listen to the vocal in Audimee before you download it as an audio file.
Ain't got a lot of money, we ain't got a lot to say. There's a lot of things we're not, but there's one thing that we are.
But let's further check it out in Cubase. I again added some very simple processing, in this case just some compression and some reverb. I didn't even have to add any EQ because I thought it fitted in the track quite well already. Let's have a listen.
We ain't got a lot of money, we ain't got a lot to say. There's a lot of things we're not, but there's one thing that we are. We can pay the rent the first of every month. We can pay attention when the music's catching us. Here's to simple living, even when times are hard. Lord, here's to getting every song to another heart. Here's to simple living.
Yeah, I think this is just a very nice and fitting vocal for this style of music as well. And again, mostly getting rid of the stem separation artifacts on the vocal. Now, before we check out another example in yet an entirely different style, if you like this video or find it useful at all, please give it a big thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm so that it gets shown to more people. Subscribe to the channel and ring the little bell icon if you want to get notified when I publish another video. Now, if you are really enjoying my content, you can also consider using the super thanks button below the video, which is kind of a virtual tip jar. Or if you're planning to buy anything at one of these stores, I have many affiliate links in the description. And if you click one of those before buying, I will get a small commission on whatever you buy at that store without any additional cost to you, which is greatly appreciated. And like I mentioned, there's also an affiliate link to Audimee in the description if you're planning on subscribing to their service and also supporting the channel. So let's check out their voices on a rap/hip-hop song. So let's listen to the original rap track here.
Never running it back, they want me running in place while I'm flipping the running man on every mic that I break and break records like Bo. Here see my workload, something like Michael Douglas in that falling down scene. I'm in broad day, screaming, think this work.
Again, separated the vocal stem, exported it as a mono track in Cubase and imported it into Audimee. As you can see over here. Lots of separation artifacts again.
Running it back, they want me running in place while I'm flipping the running man on.
And let's see what kind of AI vocals Audimee has in this style. So let's filter on hip-hop here. And as you can see, there's quite a lot that comes up. They don't probably all have examples with rap or hip-hop, but let's have a listen to some.
I'm away, OT, OT. There's never much love when we go OT. I pray to make it back in one.
Too easy. I come and they leave me. I'm the boy that they see on the TV. If it's me on the cake, they would eat me. That they wanna slice for the appetite. Yeah, honeys, they beat.
Maybe Chris over here.
Feeling suicidal. She know that I'm drowning and I can't breathe.
Zane here maybe.
She say, do you love me? I tell her only partly. I only love my bed and my mom. I'm sorry. 50 dub, I even got it tatted.
Okay, so I really like the character of his voice, even though the example is not exactly hip-hop rap. But let's see what he sounds like on my hip-hop track after conversion, which I already showed you a couple of times, right? So let's immediately dive into Cubase and listen to this AI vocal from Zane, initially without any processing. It sounds like this.
Never running it back, they want me running in place while I'm flipping the running man on every mic that I break and break records like Bo. Here see my workload, something like Michael Douglas in that falling down scene. I'm in broad.
Okay, so I added some processing on here, very similar as on the other vocals actually. Some end console to bring up the level a little bit. This time I used the TubeTech CL1B compressor, which is a bit more style appropriate. And I also added some reverb and some vocal thickening, which makes this vocal sound like this.
While I'm flipping the running man on every mic that I break and break records like.
And let's listen to it together with the instrumental.
Never running it back, they want me running in place while I'm flipping the running man on every mic that I break and break records like Bo. Here see my workload, something like Michael Douglas in that falling down scene. I'm in broad day, screaming, think this world trying to tear us down. So many things when I let go of how you hung me up. never seen before. Thought they were my all, I guess not. Outside looking in, but not anymore. Shush, shush, I'm shocked, goodness gracious. Well, what you saying right now? Well, watch me tear this down. Well, what you standing rounds for? Well, watch me work this out. Well, what you waiting on now? Well, watch the throne be crowned. Well, watching dog be sounds. Well, watch me, whoa, 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 whoa. Well, what you saying right now? Well, watch me tear this down. Well, what you standing round for? Well, watch me work this out. Well, what you waiting on now? Well, watch the throne be crowned. Well, watch you dog be sounds. Well, watch me, whoa, 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 whoa. Distractions come down.
Yeah, sounds like a very fitting rap vocal to me for this track. Now finally, let's shortly revisit the pop track, which I'll let you listen to in the beginning. Now this is of course a much more elaborate production, because even though this also started as a Suno AI track, I completely reproduced all the sounds. I even got a singer from Fiverr to sing these vocals. Let's have a listen to that for a minute, because I still have her vocal over here as well, before I started trying out AI vocals. This is what that Fiverr singer sounded like on this song. Now, even though I did like her vocal, I still wanted to try some of the Audimee AI vocals to kind of get a bit of a different perspective. So I basically checked out what they had on offer for pop vocals. So you can again search for pop, but I can also just select that tag over here. And as you can see, they have many vocals in that genre. Let's quickly listen to a few. A favorite of mine is Nicole, for example.
It never fades away. You stay in your kiss like broken glass.
Or maybe Haley.
Run, baby, go from, but it's bringing me down. Feel my heart as it breaks. Oh.
Bruna.
Luna está sola, tenía un planeta espacial. Las horas no era la única en sumar, y es que amar es difícil.
So they also have some vocals which are natively in another language. But in the end I ended up with this one, Josephine.
Nobody knows the truth. Things I wanna say, thoughts inside my brain I can't shake. If they only knew.
Which made it sound like this in Cubase.
In the city lights, when dreams come alive. If I'm in freedom, no more compromise. The echoes of doubt are fading away. I'm rewriting the script, I'm owning the stage. Heartbeat.
Now, as you can see, there are also many background vocals which were delivered by that singer on Fiverr, and some of them I kept and some of the other ones I also replaced by other AI vocals from Audimee, just to get some more variation in the background vocals instead of all of them being from the same singer. Now obviously there was a lot more to reproducing this song from scratch, which I'm not going to go into in this video, but if you want to see another video in more detail about that, let me know in the comments. Now wrapping up for Audimee, you can see that they provide a lot of AI vocals in a lot of different styles. And you're very likely to find something appropriate and fitting for your song as well, if you use their genre tags to find the right vocal style. Now a platform like Audimee can also be put to great use if you want to produce demos in your home studio. And because you don't have easy access to vocalists, you may sing on the songs yourself, even though you're not really a singer. Then you can very easily replace your own vocal by an AI vocal from Audimee, which will arguably sound better. And that's exactly what I show in this video, so check it out, enjoy, and see you soon.